welcome all. In this video we are going to learn character array, or you can say string. String is nothing but collection of character. As we know, in C or C++, there is a data type in the name of char. In the name of char. Char is a data type which can hold only one character, isn't it? Only one character, and one character that is of 1 byte. Fine. But what about if we input more than one character in C or C++ program? There is no data type, such type of data type available in C and C++, because char data type can accept only one character, and that character, suppose that character is Z and it has to be within single quote. So how it is possible to input so many characters or multiple characters in a program? Because there is not such type of data type available in C or in C++. That because of we have to take the help of array, because as we know, array is the concept which is going to hold many values of similar type in a single variable. We have seen these concepts with numbers in our previous videos. So we can take the help of array who can hold many characters in a single variable. So when we store many characters in a single array variable, that is what known as character array, or you can say string. String is nothing but collection of character. What is string? String is nothing but collection of character. Okay, next let's check how we used to declare a character variable. We used to declare a character variable how? char, then C, suppose the variable. This is how the character variable can be declared in C and C++. Now this particular character, this particular C, the variable, can hold a single value which has to be within a single quote. C equal to Z I wrote. Fine. And when I want to print it in C or in C++, suppose in C, what statement I need to write? Now printf, I have to write printf, then within double quote I used to write what? %C, then double quote, comma, C. So what it will print? It will print the value of C, that is Z. And same thing if I did in C++, how I can write? Now cout, then C, this much. So it will print the value of C, that is Z. Now our concept is, or our new thing is what we are learning in this video, that string. How C and C++ can handle with so many characters at a time, or can handle string. That is what we are going to learn in this video. So now let's declare a variable which will have the ability of holding many character variables. So how, students? We have to declare by taking the help of array. As we know how to declare the array variable. Now here as character data type I want to use, so char, then suppose the variable name is ch, within square bracket I can specify how many character I want to store. So I wrote here char ch of 12. It means the variable, that is ch, will have the ability of holding 12 characters. So there will be 12 partitions like this. I just drawn roughly. So there will be 12 partitions like this. And the index will start from 0th location and continue till that is 11, that is 12 minus 1. Fine. And suppose you stored computer in this place. Suppose you stored the word computer. You want to store the word computer. So how the computer word will be stored in the array? Now C will appear in this place. C will appear in the first block. O will appear then M, P, U, T, E, R. This is how it will store the numbers. Fine. Then whatever left means so many will be left thereafter, because computer itself is 8 number of character. Computer itself is 8 characters. So there will be 4 characters left, 4 boxes left. So what it will do? How it will manage that? After completion or after taking the word into the blocks, immediately at last it will put a character. That character is known as null character, students. What that character is known as? Null character. That is /0. This is 0. This is not O. This is 0. /0. This is a character. So it has to be within what? Single quote. Fine. So it means every character, every string variable or character array will have a new concept, that is null. Null, how you can read it? Null. And what it represent? Now /0. This is 0. And it is a single character. Due to that, it has to be within single quote. Fine. So null is the character which appears after immediate completion of a word. After immediate completion of a word, you remember. Or after immediate completion of a string also, you can say. Fine. So let me explain you again. Suppose now I want to declare a variable here, s variable, and in that s variable I want to keep some word. Fine. So how it can be declared, all of you please see. Suppose I am declaring character s of, I wrote here 30. Fine. So it means there will be a block, and that block will have how many bytes of block? There will be 30 partitions, no doubt. And how many size of? 30 bytes. Why? Now each character occupies how many bytes? 1 byte. So 30 bytes it will occupy. Out of 30 bytes, what you want to store here? You want to store, suppose you want to store computer, the word you want to store. Fine. So what it will do? Now it will in each block it will keep each character. Say C O M P U T E R. Finish. So what will happen about the rest of the character? After immediate completion of this, there will be a null. Automatic it will accept the null here. Automatic it will accept the null here. Understood? So here students, as each character occupy 1 byte, so here computer the word will occupy 8 bytes, as there are 8 character available in the word computer. 8 bytes it will occupy. So out of 30 bytes, 8 bytes will be allocated for the word computer, and rest of the places will be wastage, will be of no use. Understood? But at first it will allocate 30 bytes. Why? Because as we wrote s of 30, out of 30 bytes, out of 30 location, first 8 location will be occupied by the word computer. Why? Now after entering computer, after typing computer, when you press enter, automatically null will be taken with it. Null, the character will be taken with it. Null means nothing, and it represents that the last character. It represents, null represents for what you know. Null represents that end of line or end of word, you say. End of string you can say. That is word only, but you can say end of string. Means the word get end there. Okay. Now students, one question here I can ask you. we were using before integer with number. We were using before integer with number. That is how we used to write int n of 15. So in this case, now in character case I am writing same way char c of 15. Now my question is, now why there was no null concept here? Why I didn't taught you any null concept in this case, and why I am teaching the null concept here? Can anyone think why there was no null concept? I taught so many program. I taught you in array with numbers. We did till ascending, descending, largest among numbers, reverse numbers, even number, odd number, so many we did. Why there was no null concept I taught? The answer is what, students? Null is a character. Null is a character. And character can be stored in a char variable. Character can be stored in a char variable. As till yet we were using other than character, as we were using till yet other than character, might be int, might be float. That's why there was no concept of null. And now as we are practicing on character itself, and null is a character, that's why null we are thinking of, or null we are using of. And actually it is helping us that we are using null. Indirectly it is helping us. How, students? Now how can you know that a word has how many character? How can you know that a word has how many character? When I told you count how many characters are there in this word, how you will know that where that word get end? Fine. So you will see wherever you saw there is a null, you will the computer will take that is the end of the word. For example, suppose we got a passage and we want to know in that passage, in that paragraph, how many sentences are there. So how we will know that how many sentences in a passage? Number of full stop sign is nothing but number of sentences are there in that passage or in that paragraph, isn't it? The same way here, number of null means the moment you get null, that is the end of the word. Computer will able to understand that this is nothing but the end of word. So null represent to end of word. Seeing the null will be able to know that the word is getting end in that place. So whenever we supposed to count a word that it has how many character, then I need to count how long? I need to count till null character. The moment I found null, I will stop counting. Fine. So this is nothing but all about character with string, students. Character with array or character with string you say, or string handling you can say also. Now let's write some program on it. Let's check how it can be implemented in C as well as in C++. So first the question I am just specifying that input a word and count total number of character it has. Total number of character it has means we have to provide a word, and in that word how many characters are available, that we will count. As I told, we have to count till what? We have to count till null. The moment we found null, we have to stop counting, and till that whatever happen, the value, that will be our answer. Okay, so let's try first in C programming with C, then we can try with C++ as well. Okay, so let's go for the coding now. So I have to take one character variable, that is char c of, I am taking here suppose 30. Fine, 30. Then I am taking here I I for what? Na index. As we know, every array variable has an index which starts from 0th location. So I the value we have to initialize from 0. Fine. Now we have to input the word. Now we have to input the word. For inputting the word in C programming, what we have to do? Now we have to write printf, then enter a word. We can give a message that enter a word. Fine. This is little roughly it's coming on screen. All of you please take care. Then scanf, as I am doing little fast. So scanf, then what we have to write here? Percent what? Percent S. Percent C for character. As we are going to tackle with string or word, so we have to use percent S in place of percent C. Fine. Then here you need not to give ampersand sign, just you simply give C. Okay, just you simply specify C. C is the variable, this variable. Fine. So whatever word you input, it goes to the variable C. Now what we have to do, students? Now we have to start counting the total number of character is available in the variable C. So we have to count till how long? I told you before, we have to count until unless we found the null character. So we can use here while loop. While what? Now C of I not equal to, that is exclamation and equal to null. Fine, my point. So while C of I not equal to null. Now what we have to do? Start the curly bracket and the curly bracket, and in between you do just I plus plus. Fine. So what this loop will do? Now it will keep checking whether it reached till null or not. Until unless it found the null, it will keep doing what? It will keep doing what? Now it will keep doing I plus plus. So doing I plus plus is nothing but it will keep counting how many character it found. Then what we have to do rest? We have to simply print at last. So we can use here printf to print the value. So I can write here %d, and I can print here what? I, the variable. Because I store how many character it found in the word. So it will simply, we need to simply print the value of I. The job is over. And same program if I did with C++, what I have to do? What I have to do, students? Now in place of printf, in place of scanf, I have to use what? I have to use cout, and here you have to use cin. Fine. Rest all other things you know, rest of the logic and all everything is as it is. Then you go down, here also there is a printf. So in this place you have to use what? Cout. That is the difference you need to you need to make when you are writing the program accordingly. Okay, so let me give you the explanation of this program. So the program we started with the question. At first you check, input a word and count total number of character in it or character it has. So the explanation, we will start from the variable declaration. The variable I declared here that character C equal to C of 30 and I equal to 0. It means there is a character variable which has 30 characters, which can have 30 characters. Okay. Thereafter I equal to 0, that is for index variable I took I equal to 0. Then I use printf and scanf or cout and cin for what? For inputting the character, inputting the word, and I use here %s. Now I have to continue the loop until unless we found a null character. So loop I started with what? 0 I wrote before I equal to 0. So C of I not equal to null. It means from the first character till null character, from the 0th number character till null character, it will keep checking where it found the null. If you go above, you see the box. Here in this box you see where I wrote computer, this word you check. I'm keep checking whether where I'm finding null. Is C is a null? Is O is a null? Is M is a null? Is P is a null? So the moment it is checking, getting the null, it will stop doing the job. So in between, whatever it found or how many character it found, that it will keep storing in the variable what? In the variable I. At last, you simply just print the value of I. Okay, students, this is what we just discussed, the concept of character array, or you can say string. Character array, or you can say string. Hope all of you understood the concept nicely. Thank you.